I forgot my camera mic. Give me 1 second, everyone. I've been pretty busy. Boom. Can everybody hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Bliss, bliss, bliss. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Rissa Vibes here, aka Readings by Rissa, back with you for a brand new weekly reading. Today we have the Lionsgate portal and a new moon in Leo, plus a brand new weekly reading. It is Sunday. I'm sweating because I was like racing to get here. I've been traveling. I literally just got back home in the Midwest from Arizona like 5 minutes ago. I mean, I've been in the Midwest a couple days, but I just got back to my set like literally 5 minutes ago. So let me know if you can hear me. I see a lot of people are watching. So just wanting to check in on if you can hear me. Let me click my chat here. Boom. How is everybody? Good to see you all. Click on the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. So like I said, we have the Lionsgate portal today, and we're covering today's date, which is August 8th, all the way to August 15th. And we have a lot to talk about today. So let's just get ready. Let's take a couple deep breaths. Big, relaxing breath out. I think that was mainly for me and not you, but maybe for you too. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, cool. We can hear. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate it. So I can continue going. Thank you all for your patience and me plugging in my mic last minute. All right. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about. I literally didn't even have time to look at the cards from last week. So I'm about to check that out right now, because that's important. We had some pretty powerful cards last week. We talked about radical faith, and the main cards that we had harmony in the beginning of the week. We had, what is that? Let's see, ancestral wisdom. I think that's what that is. Let me see a little bit closer. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so unprepared today. I'm not even gonna lie. Ancestral wisdom in the middle of the week, and then manifestation and blessings at the end of the week last week. Okay, so we literally just got done with that manifestation and blessing energy, which was beautiful. And now we're stepping into the Lionsgate, which is such a perfect segue, because the Lionsgate is literally helping us manifest all of our goals and all of our dreams and all of our desires and everything we could possibly want in this present moment, especially after all of the wisdom we have gained in the past several weeks based on tons of shadow work, tons of change, tons of transformation, tons of rebirth, okay? So now we're stepping into more blessings because we have transformed, all right? Now, I titled this reading, of course, Lionsgate 2021, but also I've titled it Loyal to the Light, because that is a big, big part of this Lionsgate, especially for 2021, okay? I've been talking a lot about how our one world here on this planet is becoming two. We're seeing so much separatism and duality. We're seeing people make decisions to stay in the 3D consciousness over the 5D consciousness. And then we're also seeing people choosing the 5D consciousness over the 3D. And as we see that, the one world becomes two. Okay, it starts to separate. Now, in that same breath, we're seeing that there's tons of opportunity here. There's tons of opportunity for us to create the world that we would like to live in, okay? And as we continue to make changes and decisions based on the changes we want to experience and continue to evolve into, we're going to start to see that world become reality, the world that we choose, okay? Now, the first thing I want to talk about, of course, I just did a little quick card review of last week, but the first spirit message I want to talk about is really just the idea of the Lionsgate portal, okay? First of all, I want to start at the basics, because a lot of people right now are getting confused around the Lionsgate portal, especially in the spiritual community. And it's actually breaking my heart, because I have been talking about the Lionsgate portal for years. Y'all know this. We've celebrated it for years. And it's really sad for me to see a lot of spiritualists start to call this portal negative, demonic, all sorts of things. And they're really confused. And I'm going to explain to you why and how that confusion was kind of brought about, okay? But before that, I want to just get to the basics about what is a portal, okay? Because this will be the first part of that explanation. It helps me to really explain it to you so you can understand from the very beginning, okay? So what is a portal? Well, a portal, it could be really tons of different things, okay? A portal is a point of access or entry into a creative expression or a other dimensional world, okay? It's kind of both, and it can be both, but ultimately it's a point of entry and access to new creation, okay? To a creation, if we want to get really general. Now, under this definition, this very simple, basic definition of a portal, under this energy, this definition, we recognize that a portal could be many things with that definition, okay? The womb, a woman's womb, is a portal. It is an entryway and access point for creation, right? A baby enters the womb and is created, right? And it can be an exit point too, right? Because it's just as it's an entry point, it's also an exit point, right? Where the creation gets to be born into a new world, right? Into a new creation of itself, okay? So a womb is a portal. That's a physical body portal, right? When we talk about the heart is also an electromagnetic portal within our body that helps us to access and express new growth, new love, new creation, manifestation, right? New connection between people, things, goals, okay? Other portals, okay? Other portals include television screens or computer screens. These are access points, entry points, and exit points of information, of new creative ideas, new TV shows, right? New websites. Okay, TV is a portal. Mirrors are also portals. Okay, they're entry and exit points of reflection. Okay, so all of these things are portals. Okay, now holidays can also be portals, like this holiday, the Lion's Gate, or even Easter or Resurrection Day. That was a portal where there was creation, a rebirth of new life into Christ, Jesus Christ, right? And expressed in a new way, in a new creative way, in new form, okay? There are so many types of portals, all right? Now, the Lionsgate portal is a cosmic portal. It is based on an alignment of two stars, two suns, really, our physical sun on Earth, and the Sirius sun in the Sirius star system. That's a tongue twister. But those aligned suns on this day create a cosmic portal, a point of entry for new creation and expression through us as we access and attune to it. But that portal is accessible to anyone, just like all portals have access to any type of expression or creation or energy, okay? Portals tend to be more neutral than anything. They're not necessarily all good or all bad. They tend to have a neutral definition of an access or entry point or exit point of creation in a new form, okay? So with that being said, a lot of confusion is happening around this Lionsgate portal lists, telling people to close the portal because it's being used for demonic worship by the powers that be, different companies and corporations, different, influencers, politicians, people who have been doing very dark things on this planet, and even entities that are working with those people to do very dark things on this planet. I'm not denying that, okay? That is true. There are definitely negative people and negative entities who know about this portal and are going to use it for whatever their agenda is. But that is not what this portal is only used for. In fact, it's incredibly disrespectful to assume that these negative energies and entities have the power to hijack this portal and only use it for their agenda. It's a neutral portal that's accessible to everyone. So when I hear a spiritualist and several now say that this portal needs to be closed because it's being used for bad, that's actually more reason for us to use the portal. We're in a spiritual war. Why would we surrender such a powerful portal to those who are using it for bad, rather than do what we've always been doing and use the portal for good so that we can combat those who are trying to use it for bad, right? In fact, the people who are saying to close the portal make me feel like they might be a part of that other side, to be honest. Or they're just so confused and wrapped up in the fear mongering around these powers that be that they don't even realize they're being hypocrites to the whole system, because they're actually choosing to try to create fear around this portal to manipulate people into not using it for the good that it can be used for. And to me, that sounds a lot like programming with fear, to make people believe that they're not powerful enough to stay loyal to the light and to be able to use portals for the light in the ways that we have for years, in the ways that the ancient Egyptians did, celebrating their new year, and the ways that West Africans do every year to celebrate this powerful portal. This has been happening for thousands of years, and there are tons of portals all over the place in multiple different forms and expressions and dimensions. And all of those portals have the power to be used for good or bad, okay? But why would we let those who want to use it for bad have access to the portal? We're not closing the portal by not participating in it. We don't have the power to close a portal. That's pretty egoic to think that we could close a portal. But what we can do is use a portal that's going to stay open and has stayed open for thousands of years, and we can use it for the light that it is meant to be used for. And in fact, the Lionsgate portal is based in light. So it's incredibly difficult for these powers that be to even use it for darkness. They do succeed in it mainly because they've succeeded in keeping people ignorant to the power that they can use to fuel the light into this portal. They've kept people ignorant to the actual portal itself by keeping people from, and that keeps people from tapping in and tuning into it and using it for good. So they've succeeded with that, and that's why we see the powers that be using this portal and being able to create their own kind of destruction with it. It's because we haven't had enough people consciously wake up to the ways we can use it for light and the ways that it's meant to be used for light. Because the powers that be have kept that information quiet, other than in this community. And now they're starting to manipulate spiritualists in our own community to start working towards their agenda of not letting us participate or encouraging us not to participate in the portal. And that is suspect. Okay. So is everybody following me? I'm looking at your comments. Yeah, you didn't know this was happening, Jasmine. Yeah, it's been very, very strong. Lots and lots of people. You can actually look it up. There's tons of people talking about how, like, there's this like hashtag close the portal happening on Lionsgate. People are trying to close it, saying that it's only being used for bad and we need to stop participating in the Lionsgate. Why would we stop participating in it? The only thing that spiritualists who are loyal to the light should be telling us to encouraging us to do with the portal is to be putting in our positive intentions, our love intentions, our intentions for empowerment and healthy, balance and bliss and manifestation and all the good and love in the world. That's what the portal was created for. That's what the portal is meant for. That's what the portal's been used for by many, 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 many eons and eons of years. Okay. But why would we discourage people from doing that, right? To close the portal, you can't close the portal. And guess what? If we all stop participating in the portal because the negative people are using it for negative, then we're just giving the portal away to them. We're just surrendering it to it, despite our awareness of its power. That's forfeiting the fight. And I'm not doing that. And neither should you, because we are here to be light warriors, loyal to the light. And we need to be able to see through those illusions and delusions and manipulations of people in very strong ways. And you're going to start to see this. I've talked about this for a couple months now, and I'm going to say it again. A lot of these spiritualists that are really big and popular in media, mainstream media, social media, other things, YouTube, all sorts of things, you're going to start to see that a lot of these spiritualists have been manipulated. And now they are actually quite opposite of what they preach. And so we're going to see that not just in the spiritualist community, but we've already started to see that in the religious community, right? And other communities like that. So don't get fooled by those kinds of statements of closing the portal and these kinds of fear-mongering tactics to make you afraid of using your light for the light that it's meant to be. Okay? Powerful thing. So what is a portal? It's an access, entry, and exit point for creation, for new creation. So use it as that. Now, the Lion's Gate confusion in the spiritual community, we just talked about that. Okay, I'm going to pull a card on that in a second. And just as I pull a card on that, I want to also talk about, false beliefs. We were just talking about the cards did not want to wait. They're like, yeah, these people are spreading false beliefs about a portal that's existed and that has been aligned to the light for thousands of years. Why would we ever believe somebody speaking about that now? A lot of these people you hear that are talking about, oh, the Lion's Gate closed the portal, it's used for bad. I bet you last year they were like, oh, happy Lion's Gate, it's amazing. And the year before the same. They're just now switching their script. Why? Because they are being manipulated. It's not true. It's not true for us to close a portal. It is true that these things are being manipulated, that the portal is being used, by negative people and negative entities for their own agenda. But everybody who knows about the portal is using the portal for their own agenda. And back to what I was saying about what is a portal. Portal is a womb. It can be a TV screen. It can be a mirror. All these portals can be used for either good or bad. We see that in television. Some television is used to program people a very specific way for a very negative agenda. And some programming, some TV shows are actually opposite. They're actually being used to educate, empower, and enlighten people. It's a portal that can be used for good or bad, okay? So just like a womb can create either a positive high vibrational energy or a low vibrational energy. There's duality in everything, but we're not going to close the portal so that it's only one side and we're not going to deny the light, the spectrum of light to a portal. That is absolutely aligning to the heavy and negative energies. Okay. I'm not going to keep harping on this, but it's pretty clear. Spirit's saying these people are spreading false beliefs. We're going to see this in the spiritualist community. More people that we may have looked up to when we were awakening, we're starting to see, oh, they're spreading some false beliefs. We have to back up from what they're saying. It says, once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations they confine us to. So now that we've all become aware of this, we now get to release the shackles that kind of perspective or that kind of fear-mongering has placed on our ability to use this portal for good, okay? So use it for good. Use it for what you know you want. And the Lion's Gate is really great for empowerment, for confidence, for this energy of bravery and ambition and accomplishment, okay? The Lion's Gate is really the ancient Egypt New Year. And the West Africans honored and celebrated this day and obviously the ancient Egyptians and many others who knew about this portal very, very long ago have celebrated this day because it's when the Sirius sun aligns to the Earth's sun. And the Sirius sun is in the Sirius star system. It's connected to a higher vibrational consciousness. It is connected to a galactic consciousness, a cosmic consciousness, and it is connected to the evolution of consciousness for humanity. Okay. And so as these two suns align, we start to align more to our higher vibration if we so choose. okay, if we so choose. We all have the free will to choose. Now, because this is the Lionsgate, we also are in Leo season every Lionsgate, because it's always August 8th, okay, 8/8. And the Lionsgate tends to last anywhere from 6 to 10 days, but it usually, especially lately in the last 50 years or so, it seems to have been an 8-day to 10-day cycle. I like to just go for 10 because when we include the integration period, oftentimes it's not until after the 18th that we start to feel and understand exactly what we activated during the Lionsgate. Okay, so from 8/8 to 8/18, you can expect tons of different cosmic activations. Now, what does that look like? It looks like a lot of different things. People can get ascension symptoms or side effects, I should say, where they start to feel very lethargic, they're very tired. You can even feel restless and anxious, buzzing in your body with the Lionsgate cosmic activations. You can even feel very tapped in, very intuitive, very excited, very proud, very confident, very determined, okay? Or you can even feel very volatile and very irritable, very triggered, very sensitive, okay? All of us have different ways of integrating cosmic activation, and we're all sensitive to it in different ways, okay? Just like when we have allergies. Some people get allergies in their nose, some people get watery eyes, some people get scratchy throat, right? Some people get itchy skin, but that's all allergies, right? So it's all cosmic activation, but it may be expressing itself through you or your friend or your family member in a different way. But just pay attention to the ways you've changed and the ways other people have shifted. And I guarantee you that's going to be how you notice their side effects from the Lionsgate, okay? Now, this Lionsgate is uber special because it's also landing on a new moon day, which is really beautiful. And it is a new moon in Leo. And so, again, we're always in Leo season in the Lionsgate, and it is very aligned to that. The lion energy is powerful, it's loyal, it's lovable, it's strong, it's regal, it's confident, it's proud, it's just like that big energy, right? And that's what's being activated within us, okay? So this is a great time for us to make strong declarations of what we want and what we deserve primarily, okay? Strong declarations of what we deserve, okay? I'm gonna get a little energy. Ooh, whoa, these cards are all weird. I'm gonna get a little energy from my Angels of Atlantis deck because I haven't used this in a while. Oh, sneezing on the truth, y'all. So just feeling into, any advice from our guides, our galactics, and our angels on what we can do to gracefully move through our ascension side effects with this Lionsgate. We keep getting this card, and I love that. I'm going to pull a couple just for a little bit of a story. Okay. So they're saying use your ability to forgive and to step into that unconditional light of forgiveness to let go of what is plaguing you so that you can start the new beginnings that this portal offers. Remember, we talked about the beginning of creation or the beginning of a new creation or new form being the portal. So new beginnings will be revealed when you forgive. And then the last one, then the magic happens, the magic of this portal, okay? So the forgiveness is really the hardest part. That's our side effect. The energies of maybe stubbornness, of victimhood, of doubt, anger, resentment, trauma, disappointment, those things are keeping us from forgiveness. And that's what we're feeling being kind of cleared out of us with these cosmic activations. So that may mean that you're, feeling very triggered because you're angry and irritable and resentful, but you're being called to forgive. That may mean that you're very tired, exhausted because you feel worn down. You feel drained because you've been wrapping yourself up in thoughts about something that's been plaguing you instead of just forgiving it and moving on. Okay? You've maybe been feeling really tuned in because you have been able to let go of a lot of stuff and you have been able to forgive some things, and you're starting to feel the rebirth from that, the new beginnings from that, okay? And the enchantment from that. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways that you could be experiencing this, but ultimately our guides are saying forgiveness is how we can move more gracefully through these activations. Figure out what you need to forgive and do that. And then you'll feel a lot more ease in your processing of these cosmic activations from the Lion's Gate. Okay, is any of this resonating? Let me know how this is resonating for all of you. I'm seeing lots of comments. It's extremely tapped in, Jasmine says. I'm feeling really tired, Danique says. Bad dreams part of the ascension process. Yes. Thank you for asking about the dreams. Jasmine, dreams are definitely a part of this Lion's Gate. You can expect a lot of not just bad dreams, but just weird dreams in general, even some very intuitive dreams. Dreams are really a big thing in the Lion's Gate because what you're doing is you're jumping dimensions, essentially. You're moving from a lower vibration to a higher vibration, or you're moving to a parallel reality where things are shifting slightly, but you're staying on the same path. There's this energy of big shift in different dimensional consciousness, and our dream state is our own natural way of shifting in dimensional consciousness, where we do that every night when we go to sleep. We slip into the dream dimension, right? And so when we are doing that naturally throughout our day or throughout our night when we sleep, and then we also have a portal that's helping us do that, it intensifies and it amplifies our dream experience. So I don't want you to get too wrapped up in it being bad or good. Dreams in general are going to be amplified because we are in another dimensional transformation, a double dimensional transformation because of this portal, if that makes any sense. So just honor your dreams, maybe make a dream journal, write down what you think that dream means to you. Gio, stop. What that dream means to you. Sorry, guys. Gio, stop, please stop. And really allow yourself, stop. Allow yourself, this is what happens when I live at my dad's, you guys, I'm sorry. Will be temporary. It's only temporary. Stop it, please. Stop. Gio, relax. Do you want to be in my lap? Come on. And we'll bring Gio up because you guys haven't seen him in a while, and maybe he'll calm down. Stop, please stop. Look at the people. And be nice. All right. So with that being said, okay, we're having a lot of this energy dimensionally shift in our reality, and our dreams are going to be amplified. So pay attention to the symbolism of them. Pay attention to what they mean to you. Honor what you feel like they're teaching you, and let that be your lesson. Okay. But also just honor if you need to sleep more or whatever it is to make things a little bit easier for you as you move. Okay. As you move through the energy. Now, the next message is being unapologetically brave and confident, okay? This is where we get to ask for what we want and we get to claim it now, okay? So I want to feel into the Healing with the Angels deck on any energy of what we want and claiming it now, okay? What we want and how to claim it now. Okay. We got this last time. Playfulness with balance. Okay, we got playfulness in the review 2 weeks ago. Okay, stop. 2 weeks ago. So in order, stop, please stop. Okay, in order to balance ourselves out, In order to balance ourselves out, we have to play, okay? We have to not take things too seriously, like this dog barking in your face while I'm trying to give a reading because I'm living in a place where I'm not used to working at. I think this is like a sign I might need an office space, so maybe I'll be doing that soon. But playing with it, okay? Just playing with it and being like, you know what? It is what it is. We get to laugh at this. We get to just enjoy the experience. We came here to enjoy being in the present moment, not trying to control it all, not trying to be perfect, but instead just honoring that balance is needed. And that balance is achieved through being playful. Okay, being playful. So be playful with the energy. Now, as you claim what you want, remember when you are claiming what you want, it can be easy to get caught up in seriousness of how bad you want something. But you've got to also be surrendered, playful, and free, adventurous in knowing that it may not show up in the exact ways you think or in the exact time frame or in the exact form, okay? but it will show up if you can be lighthearted, free, positive, and excited about it, okay? That's how we're going to amplify this energy. Now, we really want to be strong amidst duality, because duality is definitely really strong right now. We're seeing it as that one world becomes two. That is the duality being even more embodied on our planet. And that is where we come into that loyalty to the light. Loyalty to the light in our thoughts, in our emotions, in our words, in our behaviors, okay? We want to show that we are staying in that loyalty to the light. The Lion's Gate, the Lion season, Leo season, this new moon in Leo, it's really strong for loyalty. What are you loyal to? Are you loyal to the light within yourself, or are you loyal to the shadow within yourself? Are you loyal to the light of consciousness or the shadow consciousness? Are you loyal to the light of expression in the world or the shadow expressions of the world? Okay. And if you're loyal to the light, which I feel a lot of you are, I hope you are if you're watching this, that you stay in that loyalty. Okay. Make sure you're speaking positively, make sure you're thinking positively, make sure you're letting your emotions stay positive, and really facing the ones that are heavy so that you can clear them and transmute them. Be confident also in your unique essence. Okay, that's another part of this Lion's Gate and Leo energy. Now, this is all going to be affecting us all this week, which is why I've made most of this week's reading all about the Lion's Gate new moon, because it's going to be what affects us most this week. Okay, so all of these messages are also, also for the weekly reading. Okay, the whole week's energy. Now, being confident in your unique essence. Okay, we all have special gifts. We all have special talents. We all have special experiences, characteristics, personalities. Be confident in that. Wear it with pride. Keep your chest up and know that you are special and you are beautiful and you are strong, and you get to stay in that vibration. And the more you stay in that vibration, especially with the help of this Lion's Gate, the more you get to express that energy into the world and become even more of it. Okay, evolving into it, initiating into it. Okay, this portal is also an initiation to higher consciousness, right? Because we're aligning to that Sirius sun. So allow that to help you have higher consciousness in your confidence of your unique essence. And then be proud of your spiritual wisdom, okay? Be proud of your spiritual wisdom, all that you've realized, all that you've found to understand, all that you've experienced, overcome, survived, and become resilient to. You are really stepping into some deep wisdom, or you already have. So really honor that, be proud of it, wear it with pride, but don't belittle anybody with your wisdom. Use that wisdom to help spark more wisdom in others, okay? And then finally, with the Lion's Gate energy, be regal in your embodiment, okay? Be regal in your embodiment. Feel like the royalty that you are, the light warrior that you are, the accomplished spiritual being that you are, the evolved spiritual being that you are. Be confident in that. Be regal in your embodiment. Wear it like a crown, okay? So these are just some really nice tips and kind of tips and tricks on how to really step fully into the energy of the Lion's Gate, okay? Now, on top of that, I also want to mention that some people this week, and I'm kind of getting a little bit out of the Lion's Gate energy and a little bit more into the week's energy in general. But some people this week, we're going to start to feel some anxiety over what is on the heart that hasn't been spoken or hasn't been expressed, okay? And it's going to be some resistance to being vulnerable to express that, but it's also going to be some deep need within us to express it. So we're going to kind of feel like this interpersonal struggle, this inner conflict, where we really want to express, or we really need to express what's on our heart, but we're resistant to being that vulnerable. And I encourage you to be that vulnerable. Be vulnerable and honor however it's received, and know that it doesn't have to alter your truth on it, okay? It doesn't have to alter the way that you feel, but it can help you to understand how others may feel so that you can be more educated and expanded in that awareness yourself, okay? Gio is looking the F out of me. How's everybody feeling? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. All right. So if you're really resistant to vulnerability, or if you know that you tend to be that way, then just allow yourself to start to open up some more. Maybe write a letter, maybe express that energy in a way that feels more comfortable to you, but make sure you don't stuff it down or ignore it, okay? I'm going to get a card on this. Goddess Isis. Ooh, it's between Goddess Isis and the Dragon deck. All right, whoever comments next, Dragon or Isis, that's the card deck I'll go with, okay? Because I can't decide. Spirit's got both on the brain. I'm like, oh, Dragon from Danique. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's just feel into this energy of anxiety and vulnerability, anxiety around vulnerability. Why are we being that way? And what do these cards have to say to us? Wow. To give us more insight. That card popped out so fast. It is the Dragon Lives card. And I'll read the message. It says, in other times, other dimensions, you have flown with us side by side. Feel the memory of our adventures stir and soar within you. You are brave and bold. Believe in your courage. Oh my gosh, I love this. So that anxiety of the heart, that resistance to vulnerability, they're saying we are jumping dimensions with this portal. We've flown by the dragons side by side, these other dimensional beings that are powerful and full of light and love. And they're wanting us to remember that we are on that level, that the memory of those adventures stir and soar within us, and that can help us be brave and bold and courageous enough to express our true feelings. Because if we can feel, a lot of people think of vulnerability as weakness, and then they try to overcompensate with this desire to be strong and guarded. But instead, what the dragons are really reminding of us is that we are already strong. We are already multidimensional beings. We are already capable of connecting to beings of light and love that are far higher in consciousness and expression. And if we have that capability, why would we ever feel weak by being vulnerable? Especially when so many of these guides, right, that are multidimensional and higher conscious, more in higher consciousness, they are so vulnerable with us, right? And we don't consider them weak. We don't consider them, unable to be strong, right? And so this allows us to really find bravery and confidence in our ability to be more vulnerable and to use it as an adventure, okay? To let it be something that we kind of go out and explore, okay? All right, so the last couple of messages here, and then we're going to get into a little astrology and we'll wrap it up, is that we're going to have a lot of big rewards and recognition. Okay, we're going to have a lot of big rewards and recognition as a result of passing the tests. Okay, and the tests are the tests that are making us face our fears, making us fear our vulnerability, making us face our vulnerability, making us face our fears, making us really rise up to a higher level of consciousness and embodiment in our truth and in our true power. These are the tests that we're being given. And the more we pass those tests right now, the more rewards and recognition we're going to receive from it. Now, this is really great to know because we have this new moon in Leo tonight, which is helping us to set even clearer intentions for what we want to receive rewards and recognition for. Okay. And as we set those intentions with the new moon and with the Lion's Gate tonight, we're going to feel so much of our inner guidance start to point us in the direction of how to receive those rewards and recognition. Okay. And how to pass the test. And we're going to be tested. We're always tested before rewards. We are always given the tests to really show spirit that we've done the work to evolve into what we're wanting to receive. Okay. So honor the tests. Honor the things that are showing up and claim the recognition and rewards you want by setting those intentions, okay? And that's the new moon energy is really going to assist with that because it's a new moon in Leo. So we're just having double lion energy amplified and double new beginnings amplified. So this is great. Now, also, the sexual energy right now is incredibly strong. I don't know if any of y'all are feeling it. I've been feeling it. It's strong. My body's been buzzing. Okay. This is that energy of creation coming through us. Okay. So for those of us who have been really tuned into the Lion's Gate, or who have been doing a lot of the creative work or the clearing work of the old stuff that isn't serving us so that we can let in the new creations, we're feeling that new creation buzzing through our body, through our consciousness, through our soul. And that can be expressed sometimes in strong sexual energy, oftentimes that way. And we know that the big cat energy naturally has a sensual energy, a naturally sensual, graceful, powerful presence, passionate presence. And so we're seeing that. And the sexual energy is fierce, and it's best expressed in a sacred way. So if you're feeling that heightened sexual energy, don't go out and just give it to anyone, okay? Because that's not honoring your sexual energy in a sacred way, or honoring the power of that activation of sexual energy in a sacred way, okay? Honoring in a sacred way would be, joining in union with your divine partner, your soul partner, someone you feel safe and connected with, who you can manifest greatness with, who you feel respected and loved by and safe with, okay? That could even be sacred sex with yourself, okay? Or just this energy of sacred creation, or even working on your altar, bringing in more of that sacred sexual energy and really honoring it through your altar work, or even through Kundalini yoga, okay? Or meditation on what you want to create, and using that energy to create it by either having sacred sex with a partner or yourself, or by creating that energy and then building it up and then allowing it to be channeled into your vision for what you want for the future without actually expressing it physically, okay? So there's tons of ways that you can use it, but just make sure that that fierce sexual energy is being used in a sacred way. Otherwise, it's going to go to waste, or you're going to feel very drained, or maybe just off path or off balance because you've not honored the sacred energy or value of that, okay? Especially when it's amplified by a portal like this, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. This could be sacred movement, sensual movement as well. Connection to the feminine energy, as Jasmine says. So all sorts of ways that you can use that energy, okay? But know that it is powerful, it is fierce, and it is wanting to be used for creation in a sacred way, sacred creation. All right, everybody. I think that's all of my notes today. I also want to keep in mind and remind everybody we are now officially in August. And so that means that we are officially in the faith month for this year, based on the annual reading that I did at the beginning of this year, 2021. So August card was faith, a deep, deep, deep awareness of what faith is to you and how you are embodying that faith and what you need to have faith in for yourself right now to manifest the rewards and the recognition you want. That is what's so important as well throughout this month, because like I said, we're going to be in this portal from 8/8 today to 8/18, right around there. So we want to use it for all we can. It's about a week and a half. It's a beautiful energy. Okay. There is just two big astrological events that I want to mention other than what we've already talked about, which is the Lion's Gate, when Sirius sun lines to our sun and creates a portal. And of course, like we talked about, the new moon, where the sun and the moon are in the same placement, in the same sign. So those are the two astrological influences that I've already covered. But I also want to talk about, for astrology, the Lion's Gate and the new moon right now is conjunct Mercury and trine Chiron, okay? So what this means is that we're going to see a little bit of tension or confusing energy with that. People trying to figure out what their truth is and find what their strengths are and how they can manifest them. They're going to be communicating through that processing of emotions and confusion in order to illusions or things in their energy that just don't align to the truth that they're seeking. And so we're going to see a lot of that. Bless you, Bubby. We're going to see a lot of that energy showing up, and we've already seen it. This is kind of a manifestation, or this is kind of the root of where we're seeing so many spiritualists confused. Lionsgate right now, because they're communicating based off of really out of balance perceptions that they are needing to heal through instead of align to. Let me know if that makes sense. But yeah, Lionsgate and New Moon conjunct Mercury trine Chiron. Then the last one is Venus and Virgo opposite Neptune and Pisces. This is going to be an energy of kind of a little bit an extension of that, but more so in a pleasure way, where we're going to have to really find better routines, better practices for our pleasure that help us to ascend into higher consciousness, but that don't hold us in a place of disempowerment or confusion. We're going to notice that our relationships have to be really clear and have to be very understood and very accurate to what we want and what we're expressing. Otherwise, we're going to see some confusion there, or some just lower vibrational experience. But ultimately, we're really being called at, this is kind of testing us on what we are using to bring happiness. A lot of people are using drama to bring, they're addicted to negativity, or they're addicted to me. All of that stuff is being shaken up and shown so that they can be cleared from that and they can transmute that. And so that's what Venus and Virgo opposite Neptune and Pisces is kind of doing for us, shaking things up so that we have better and more aligned practices for pleasure, instead of finding pleasure in drama and negativity and things like that. Okay? So those are the main astrological influences other than the Lionsgate and New Moon that's happening tonight. How do you all feel? I'm going to pull another card for that. And then 3 cards. I want to just pull another card for the astrology, and then I'll pull 3 cards for the week. Now, I also want to mention, just as an announcement, right after this reading, I'm actually going to be my Arcturian Council channeling from the BQH session I had with my dear friend, the Quantum Guide. That's going to be coming up after this. I'm literally going to close out of this reading and then upload. And that one's really fun because it actually talks about duality. It talks about how we can move through duality with more grace. And the Arcturians also mention my abduction story and some more information on that, which is really fun. And they talk about ways that we can make more physical contact with our galactic guides. So there's tons of things that you get to hear from the Arcturian Council of 9 right after this reading that I'll be posting and uploading right then. So keep that in mind as well. Oh my gosh, the cards love us so much all the time. Strength of vulnerability is our message from the astrology in the last bit of our messages so far. The strength of vulnerability. We just talked about this, how powerful it is to be strong and know that our vulnerability is strength, okay? It says true power lies at the root of a perceived weakness, okay? So when we examine that what we're perceiving is weak is actually strong, we find that strength and we find that empowerment, okay? Geo is so much more chill now. I'm so great. Astrology, let's go ahead and pull 3 cards just for a review. Feeling. How awesome. Yes. All right, I'm going to start with our spirit animal. What is our spirit totem for the week? What is our spirit totem for the week? It is the wolf, the pathfinder. I thought it might be the lion, but I think the wolf is also pretty dominant in the energy we've been talking about. And this is the Pathfinder card. So in the beginning of the week, it says, release your past and start a new journey. Very Portal vibes. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Those are the tests. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Such a powerful card. Gio, you kind of look like the wolf. You're so cute. You look like a little wolf in the background. So beginning of the week card, find your path, release your past and start a new journey to find your true path. Middle of the week card, let's go with Goddess Isis deck since we didn't get one from her earlier. Goddess Isis deck, what do you have for us for the middle of our week, 8/8 to 8/15? Divine Guardian, Divine Guardian. I've been getting the Guardian, and they've been really saying that they're around us. A lot of our guardian angels and divine guardians are protecting us right now through our transformations, through the duality we've been feeling, and through the ways in which we're healing and leveling up within ourselves, through the tests we are being given. And it says this is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your divine guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. Okay, so all of what we're experiencing, the portal side effects, the duality and the confusion around the portal, the duality of our life, the tests and trials that are helping us to evolve and become more strong. It's just so important to let go and trust that we are divinely protected through it all. We actually had a reading a few weeks ago where the divinely protected was the title of the reading. So if you feel like you need a lot of support in that, feeling and trusting that you're divinely protected, check out the reading from a couple weeks ago. That will definitely help you. Okay. For the end of the week cards, let's go ahead and hear from the Voyager deck, since we haven't pulled one of those at all yet. All right, Voyager deck, what can we expect? Okay. For the end of the week is what I was going to say, but they came right up and said passion. At the end of the week, this is that sexual energy being used for manifestation and creation. Let that passion be channeled into what you want to create, whether it's a creative work, maybe a song or a poem or a dance or an event or a workshop or a relationship or a house, whatever you want to create. You can create it by channeling into that desire, into that intention. Set your intentions for the new moon night and passionately believe and trust and passionately be loyal to the light as well in that belief and trust, so that you can see that manifest in power and epic proportion. Okay. Yes. So Pathfinder in the beginning of the week, Divine Guardian in the middle of the week, and passion at the end of the week for our review. And make sure to stick around, y'all, because as soon as I'm done uploading this video, give me like 10 minutes or so, and I will have that Arcturian Council of 9 BQH channeling up for you all to enjoy on this powerful Lionsgate, just to give you a little extra activation, cosmic activation from our galactic Arcturian guides. And of course, let me know what you think about that in the comments section when you access it. And also wanting to go ahead and just say it, because I was going to do a flyer, but I'll also make a flyer for this today. I'm going to go ahead and do a reading special for the Lionsgate from today until the 18th of August. Now you can schedule your reading anytime during the availability, but I will be actually providing the as long as you pay for the reading between that time, the 8th and that's that discount, okay? And you can schedule your reading for any time outside of that window or within it, but you do have to purchase your reading, select, schedule, and purchase your reading within that time frame, okay? 8 to 8:18. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a flyer for that. So go to my readings page in the next hour or so, and I'll be posting that, Readings by Rissa on Instagram. And then I'll let you know all the details of the readings special and the readings discount and sale for the Lionsgate, okay? So that's just a little teaser until later when I talk about it. I'll also be going live today around 6 p.m. Central Time to discuss a little bit more about the Lionsgate and have a conscious conversation about the new moon in Leo. So we'll dive a little bit deeper into that on Instagram Live, Readings by Rissa, and I'll also reveal more details on the Lionsgate reading special that at that time too. So be on the lookout on my page for a flyer and for the live with all those details and for deeper conversation on all of our astrological cosmic activations today. I love you so much. I'll see you in meditation, BQH 9. Have a wonderful Lionsgate. Keep staying. Get rid of any of that confusion around the Lionsgate. If you start to see people confused, call it out, give them some information, send them this reading, whatever you need to do to help them, really understand this portal in the right way. Okay. I love you so much. And I will see you next week for a brand new weekly reading right here on my YouTube channel. Peace. Say bye, Gia.